This is what we're doing today. This is our brand new set power fridge, and where we're putting this isn't exactly ideal. As long as it works out, this is going to be amazing. And let me tell you, this fridge, we were not expecting the quality that it came as. The paint, the plastic, everything on it is beautiful. It's amazing. The gauge system up here, it's dual zone, so you can actually control both zones at different temperatures. And it got cold in like 10 minutes. It's 12 volt, it has an eco mode. Another really cool thing is they sent us a heavy duty slider for the fridge, which is super key for where we're having it. In order to twist our passenger seat around, we're gonna need to be able to slide this back and twist the seat that way. And the slider, let me tell you, super high quality. The paint on it, it actually stops at different levels, so it doesn't have to come all the way back, which is super important in a van because let me tell you, when this thing is full weight and heavy, and that's a heavy duty slider, so it's pretty heavy, and we're leaning at an angle like that, the fridge will, you know, it'll open all the way. But that can actually lock it at different levels, which is super, super cool. It's huge. When I'm telling you this fridge is amazing and super high quality, I mean it. It's a little dusty. It's been in the garage for a week and a half. We opted for the 60-quart or 56-liter capacity dual zone fridge. It has a built-in basket, drain hole, and LED light. There's a 3-year warranty on the compressor and 12 months warranty on all other parts for this fridge, and a max mode for fast cooling, but also an eco mode for energy saving.
This is where we plan to put it in. Like right there. It needs to scoot back, but I have to relocate some stuff. That's gonna be so cool.
This is gonna be awesome, babe.
I'm very happy with that.
The slider is so nice.
Be quiet.
Super quiet.
Our fridge in the bus right now, it's just a regular 120 volt fridge. And when it's on, it's like a me, like you can hear it. This thing, it just sounds like a fan, which in a van, having one little fan running, I mean, you practically always have one little fan running. Am I on air? So this is a cleaner rusty metal primer. It's like a self-etching primer also. Rust converter on it. Clean that off with soapy water. And then I used like that paint prep cleaner that we use for everything else. I put that all on this, and I used a brush and scrubbed everything, and then put clean water over, sanded it all down with 80 grit, and then cleaned it off with acetone and blew it off right before I had putting this paint on. And then now I'm gonna go through on like any weld or seam and put this primer with the brush super thick, and then I'll come back through with a roller and get the big areas. We have the primer. This is 2 coats of primer down. So basically the idea with this is I did rust conversion already, so all the rust should be converted in theory. And then this is also a rust converter type paint. So I like to start in the center, so that way I'm not reaching over paint. So I pulled some measurements of the floor, laid them out by just pulling a couple measurements this direction. One important thing I have is I have our insulation under this. So the insulation that I'm going to be using is directly under this, so that way when I cut this, I'm also cutting the insulation. Sorry. One of the knives I don't go without when I'm working is just, one of the tools is a knife in my pocket. Yes, it's not the most ideal tool for everything, but it sure beats walking, you know, back to the truck or to a toolbox. There's that. Ta-da! So, basically what I did all day is paint, and then I went ahead and welded the foot of where I'm about to put the subfloor at. Sounds like I did nothing, but it's one of those things that just takes time. So, let's test the subfloor. Oh, that's right. One thing I did with the subfloor is I didn't measure any of these footing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the subfloor, kind of slide it in, take a couple measurements, and then cut those little portions out. So remember how I was saying I took that, put the insulation underneath? Rather than lugging that wood around back and forth, I'll just take this insulation and make all my marks on this insulation. See, this would have been a pain in the butt. Ah, Jesus. Oh, I love being so tall. I'm not doing any measurements. I just got this board in here. Forgot I need to do this side as well. I use this for the straights because I tend to wander with the skill saw, or a sawzall, or whatever the fuck you call it. With working on things in general, to get those perfect matching lines, it's to cut two things at once rather than trying to match the line. I might want to cut this guy in half. I need to find some different foam. I need to find some high density foam. This is like low density or medium density. I need to make sure it's nice and hard. Now I can run 1/2-inch stringers on the floor, which I might end up doing. Thanks for watching Allie and Lance YouTube channel. We'll see you next time when I build more. That's decent. By next time, I mean tomorrow when I do more work. That's all, folks. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I came into the garage this morning and there was gas on the floor right here. And that's from my generator. It's leaking out of the carburetor. Right down here or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure that out. Oh. Why is it spraying like that? This is my air cleaner here. It's leaking from inside of the air box, which is weird. My guess is the carburetor is not doing too hot. So this is the sound ending I got. Silas sound ending. And it's like a super light foam sound ending. So I didn't want to go with the tar stuff because I spent a good majority of my time scraping it out of this thing. So I went with this foam stuff. It has good reviews and it says it's supposed to work pretty good too. This is designed to drain water out, so there's some big holes in it. So that way if anything gets in, it can get out. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave those holes in there. So that way I don't have to worry about water. All right, let's check that out. So what I'm gonna actually do here is in these low spots, poke a little hole like that. So that way if any water gets trapped in, it can just drain on down.
Wow. How's it look like on the other side?
Pretty good. I need to like hold it there, but I might be able to sand that out or kind of buff that out.
Is that the angle for the wheel well?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Woo. That looks good.
That's sick, huh? What's going on, bud? Alright, wet rag. I forgot to record, but I made this wood box that you're seeing on the back here. Why I did that is I just want a nice hard surface to kind of form this in. Also, it needed to be picked up about a 1/2 inch, which now it's at the perfect height. So in theory, when I pull this out, yep, hasn't moved at all, which is exactly what I want. So you can see our form. That is so cool. I didn't know I could do that. Just slides right in there. And I figured I'd make this separate in case I ever need to access in there, because there are wires that go down and through. All right, so I grabbed another piece of flooring here. Now I have this molded how I want. I'm just going to simply hold the flooring here and make my mark. So now we'll go over to the miter saw, cut this out. Actually need to take off this little edge here, so I got a razor blade. A little test fit. So now we are sitting too wide. So see how I just heat up that section? If you hold it too long in a spot, it'll burn it and turn it like a brown, which I've done in a couple spots around here. It'd be better to have a heat gun, but I don't have seats in the van to go get a heat gun. So I'm gonna end with that for today. Alright, I got this here. So as you can see, I'm running into an issue. So there's a couple ways we can tackle this. I can start by form fitting it. So I could put it up here just to an area where it will work, and I can heat it up and form it to this shape that we're gonna need, which might be a good start. And then I can take paper as a template and trace this and then transfer it to here. Check fit for this guy. All right. So now this blade is a reverse blade, which I like. It rather than the teeth facing up, it faces down. So that way we're not ripping up the top surface or blowing out through the bottom. So I'm just holding it, letting it cool down. I have this on here because it's hot.
So crazy that we're literally bending floor.
Right? Isn't that pretty cool?
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Lance has been killing it on the front side of the van, and the whole reason why he tore apart everything, reshaped everything, moved the shifter, moved the metal, why he did all of that was to get our fridge in. We felt that was a wasted space, and a space that maybe the dogs would be up in our space a little too much, and we wanted to create storage out of it. And Set Power reached out to us and wanted to send us a fridge anyways, so it ended up working out perfectly. Take a look. So we still have to do some finishing work, the end caps and stuff, but you get the gist. Hop on in, and bam, it's a fridge. But it honestly just feels like a really nice truck console. So say Lance wants a snack, he wants a drink. I can just open up the fridge, grab one, and feed him with my hands. But this is so amazing. It's a fridge freezer, so it has dual zone control system up there. What's also cool about this is we should still be able to twist this seat around because they sent us that heavy duty slider, and I will show you that here in a minute. But it fit the space perfectly. It's gonna be super comfortable when we're driving. We might be covering up this top part with a different style just to kind of match the vibe of the van. But the quality of this thing is absolutely amazing. It cools down super quick. It's super efficient, and it looks like a truck console. And we've never really seen anyone do this with a van, and I kind of get why. If I want to climb in the back, it's going to be a bit more of an issue, but with the dogs, Hank specifically likes to get up in our space, and this will be the perfect divider for that. So let's head in the back and I'll show you how it will work on the inside space.
Oh, I locked it. Uh-oh. I locked it with my arm.
So when we were first designing the van, we came up with this flip-up cutting board here and this slide-out cutting board here, so it's kind of going to be like a big kitchen. The whole thing flips into a kitchen. So the fridge, we can slide this in and actually take this lever. We haven't attached the bottom of it yet, but we can take this lever, pull the fridge all the way out, get full access to it here. Even if you just want to reach out from the door, I'm sure you can reach, pull this out and get something. It's really amazing. This is, I think, one of my favorite things I've ever seen in a van, and I think it's a huge game changer for our van, and it just works great for us, and Lance killed it. Yeah, great job, babe. So if you want to check out the Set Power fridges, we totally love them so far. Great quality, super efficient, and the company has been great to work with. Make sure to check the link in our bio, and we will tag everything specific about this fridge down there too. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want to see the next episode, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell to get notified when we post new videos.